Take a look at this. I am in the daytime kitchen with Grillmaster John Kim from Longhorn Steakhouse. Thank you so much for coming in. We've been looking forward to this all morning long. So tell us what you're making.
Well, today I'm going to make a dish that's inspired by one of our signature items. It's the Filet and Lobster Tail. And so we got a couple of steaks here just to show a little bit of variety and some selections. Just a little portion of what we do here at Longhorn Steakhouse. But I've got the filet, which is the most leanest. I've got the sirloin, very lean, but also very flavorful.
Okay.
Bone-in ribeye, by far the best steak on the planet. We call that the outlaw, because to not try it would be a crime in itself. Juicy, marbling, full of flavor, and of course our main lobster tail.
Now, how do you select kind of the right cut?
Well, to select the right cut is first of all, are you going large scale, or you want to go a little bit more personal, you know, a little bit more high end? I would definitely go with the filet.
Okay.
Lean, but you're going to pay a little bit of a price for that. Sirloin's your best value. Outlaw ribeye, the bone-in ribeye is just by far the best steak. So if you want to, out of this world experience, that's the steak to go to.
And of course, you can go to Longhorn Steakhouse if you want to avoid making it yourself.
Absolutely.
Now, what do you have over here?
Well, we have our signature blend of seasonings here. This is our grill seasoning. It's a proprietary blend. I can't speak this morning. But yeah, you can achieve the similar flavor with kosher salt and granulated garlic and onion powder and cracked pepper.
Great. All right, well, we're going to get cooking this in a little bit.
We're in the daytime kitchen with Grillmaster John Kim from Longhorn Steakhouse. Welcome back to the show. Great to have you.
It's great to be here.
And this recipe was inspired by Longhorn's Flo's Filet and Lobster Tail.
That's right.
Who was Flo?
Now, Flo, she was an original, crew member of the service team on the very first location back in 1981 for Longhorn Steakhouse. Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Absolutely.
All right, so this is her recipe then.
Well, it's named after her, so we don't know how she got that name or that kind of honor, but yeah, probably an interesting story behind it.
All right, interesting. Okay, so we've got lobster, we've got prime rib, we've got filet.
Yes.
Now, we're going to eventually take all of this outside to the grill.
That's right.
But let's talk about prepping our meat and our seafood before we head on out there.
Well, we talked about selecting the right cut of steak, and so today we're doing the Flo's filet, the filet mignon with the lobster tail. It's a cold water Maine lobster tail. And, once you get that figured out, you move on to the seasoning.
Okay.
Fresh, never frozen, of course, is our signature way of preparing our steaks. And so the Flo's filet, we're going to season up with our signature blend of seasonings. Now, it's a secret, so I can't tell you exactly what's in it, but you can achieve it by 4 simple ingredients: onion powder, garlic powder, granulated kosher salt, and cracked pepper.
Okay.
All right, so we're just going to go ahead and season up. Would you mind doing the honors? That'd be very...
I will. In just a second.
Sure.
We're running out of time, but what we're going to do is we're going to head on outside after this break and put this all together on the grill. So, well, it's a beautiful day to be out in the patio grilling. It's not too cold. We've got John Kim, our grill master, hard at work already. So we were just about to season our meat here. What did you want me to do?
Right, so we're going to prepare our Flo's filet with lobster tail today. And so using our signature blend of seasonings, we're going to just season that puppy.
All right,
on
let's
both
do
sides.
it. Okay.
I mean, so don't be shy about that. So Natalie, if you wouldn't mind doing the honors, just grab it with your hands and
grab
the seasoning with your hands. The seasoning.
Both of them. And,
okay, all right. Okay, gotcha.
I don't know.
The seasoning.
Oh, my goodness.
That's great.
Just get in there, right? I mean, what's the point? Get it all in here. Okay, this is the
Beautiful.
This is the secret, but we said that we can make our own, right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay. All right. There you go.
So why don't we just throw that on the grill?
Okay.
Okay. And you should have it already like hot, ready to go.
Yes, yeah.
Right?
It needs to be very hot. It needs to be 550 degrees, preferably speaking. You want to clean it real good. And you want to make sure that you give it an extra, maybe 5 minutes to heat up during, the colder months, just to make sure the ambient air is where it needs to be. So,
okay,
good job.
All right.
Now, what are your top 3 tips when it comes to grilling?
Well, your top 3 tips with grilling is definitely make sure that that you have oil, so that your steaks don't stick to the grill. You want to make sure that your grill's hot. We already covered that. And also, don't flip the meat over too much. You just want to be able to give it a quarter turn every 3 to 4 minutes. And just kind of let it do its thing.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm the type of person that I am constantly like checking on things and like moving it around. I need to stop that.
Well, in that case, you can find yourself a nice little handy dandy digital thermometer.
Okay.
So how do you like your steak, Brittany?
Medium.
I like mine a little rare.
Okay, so we're looking for around maybe 120, maybe 140 degrees, and in between that range there, you'll find a nice rare to medium rare, and just use that to check your steaks. You don't want to puncture it all the way through, just halfway down.
Okay.
And over at Longhorn Steakhouse, when we're checking, of course, we check here through the side there.
Okay.
You get a better reading that way. And so right now we got a nice rare going on there. So that's exactly what Natalie likes. And, and then
So
we'll
that's
do it up.
mine.
Yeah. So that was
My
Natalie's.
hands were all over it. Just want to let everybody know that my hands were all over it. What about seafood though with the lobster tail?
Yeah.
You just throw that right there on the grill as well?
But the way to do that best is, as you can see, we have it whole and intact here, but I've cut it in half. So what you want to do is literally just cut it straight down the middle using a sturdy knife, and make sure that there's no shell, and also that the vein is removed when cutting it straight down the middle.
Okay.
Give it a nice little rinse. Season it with a little bit of cracked pepper and sea salt.
Okay.
And it's ready to go on the grill. So yeah.
It's ready to go on there. Okay, and what is this that you have here?
So this is part of our seasonal lineup, signature seasonally appropriate items. We call it the peak season. And so this is our peak season side feature. It's a spaghetti squash actually, and it's dredged with maple butter, sea salt, and also topped with cheddar cheese. Thick, nice and golden brown.
Spaghetti squash is delicious. Have you ever had it?
Yes.
Longhorn Steakhouse. You're not going to find that with our competitors, that's for sure.
And what do you have over there in the grill? Because that's
on
not
the grill,
just meat
I've got
lobster.
also to continue the vein of our signature peak season items. I've got our broccoli and Asiago cheese.
Yes.
soup.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll set that down here.
Okay.
We've got some nice bread, table bread to serve with that.
Yes.
And also, to finish
this?
things off on a sweet note, I've got our bread pudding that's made with a banana liqueur as well, drizzled with chocolate syrup.
Oh my
Goodness.
goodness.
Now we change that offering up every 13 weeks. Every season you'll find a new lineup. So we keep it fresh, innovative, and exciting.
Absolutely.
Yes, you do. All right. Well, we're going to offer up the recipe on our website. In the meantime, they can come on out to Longhorn Steakhouse. What's the website for more information there?
www.longhornsteakhouse.com.
Easy
And you can
enough.
also find some grilling tips on there too.